Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, Action Creature. And today I have a very special review for you guys. Something we don't get to do too often, but I would like to do more often is review custom figures or third-party figures. And today we got two third-party figures. We have the son of the atomic reptile, child and infant from 154 Creations or Godzilla 154 on Instagram. As we all know, this is Minya and the newborn Minya. uh, so, yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at these guys and see if they're worth the squeeze. We'll start with the infant first. Okay, so we are up close and personal with the infant right now. It is quite horrifying and disturbing. But the sculpt actually looks really good. This is a fantastic sculpt from 154 Creations. He is a truly gifted sculptor. And these are my first figures from him, so I was really excited to get these. Still am. I'm happy to have got them. Um, but yeah, I mean, just look at the sculpt here. So there is a bunch of bumps on the underside of the body here. I think this is where Minya was pulled off of the tray from the 3D sculpting pad, I guess you would call it. I mean, I would have to assume it's that, or it's just very strange looking bumps on the body. I mean, Minya does have bumps, but yeah, that's. I'm not sure. I mean, that's got to be the tray, but I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's intentional. Because you would think if he wanted to sculpt bumps, it would be like this on the back, but yeah, it's on the back of the leg here. Yeah, it's got to be the tray. But, anyways, it's not a big deal. If you're getting these, you're probably going to paint them right. So you could do a little sanding on the belly, no problem. Um, so let's remember this figure was $38 before shipping. So, as far as sculpt goes, I think it's worth it. I don't know if Monster Arts would do better if they ever did this. The sculpt is really good. The articulation is okay. I mean, it's just a tiny little guy, so you can't really go wrong. Let's take a look at it. So the head will wobble back and forth. We'll go down that much and up that much and pivot all around and twist too. The mouth does open. That's one thing I'm concerned about, getting the mouth out to paint the figure. I don't know if that's going to be easy because you can't really stick a brush in there. So that's going to be a little tough, but I might just hit up Godzilla 154 on Instagram to see if maybe he has any tips. He'll probably just say to heat it up. I mean, that would be my advice. Before we continue with articulation, though, I do want to point out that there is a lot of print lines on the face there, but when you are looking at it in person, you can barely see them. And when you add paint, I'm going to guess that would disappear, most likely. Now, let's move on to the arms. So the arms are pretty loose. They like to pop out a lot. So that's unfortunate. I mean, but it is a custom figure. So the arms will go, it just popped out again. Arms will go up and down, right? They'll go in and out, and they'll pivot around. You just kind of have to move them carefully or it will pop out. But you know what? I'm okay with it popping out as long as it's not breaking. I could always try to just put some sticky tack in there instead just to keep it in place if it really does bug me. So the legs, they pop out too. You'll notice that's kind of a trend with these figures. It just pops out a lot. So the legs will go up that much, and they'll go all the way back. It'll go farther, but you don't really need to go farther. Yeah, so they go back fine. Go out to the side that much, and in that much. And then we have the little tail here. This is the only part that hasn't popped out on me. The tail and the head haven't popped out, I should say. So tail will spin around. You know, it's got a little bit of pivot there and twist. So not bad. Not bad for $40, I would say. It is an independent creator, so you're definitely getting what you paid for. Out of the third-party figures I have gotten, this is definitely the best. I've gotten some third-party figures that are 3D printed, like when I move the joints, like the print, what would you call it? Like the print material would like just rub off and flake everywhere, and then the joints would become super loose. That isn't happening with these guys. I'm not seeing like any particles of the material go everywhere when I articulate them. So that is a huge plus. And they are ball joints, so you could always, if a joint does break, you could always just replace it with some Amazon joints if you have to. But yeah, I think $40 is not bad for this little guy. You're supporting an independent creator, and it is a damn good sculpt. You got to keep that in mind too. Really good sculpt. I don't think Monster Arts would do better. It might have more texture, but I don't know if it would be as accurate. But okay, guys, so this is the infant. Let's move on to normal Minya here. Okay. Alright, guys, so let's start off by looking at the sculpt here. Actually, you know what? I want to raise my camera for this. Hold up. So let's look at this sculpt. I'm going to say right off the bat, way less print lines. You can only see them on the eyes, and it makes Minya look like he's about to bust. So, yeah, I mean, you could kind of see it on the face there, but in person, hardly, I mean, basically invisible. You really can't see it. Oh, crap, sorry. I just kicked the camera. But, yeah, pretty much invisible print lines this time. The sculpt is fantastic. Just a little bit soft, but it is a phenomenal sculpt. Super accurate. I just can't sing the praises of Godzilla 154 enough when it comes to sculpting. This figure is beautiful. Super accurate. Super duper accurate. Just check out all the bumps and stuff on Minya here and the creases. I just wish they were a little bit deeper, but it's okay. I mean, it's not too bad. It is a third-party figure. Gotta remember that. But yeah. So here's the tail here too. It is not bad. Not too shabby. Beautiful sculpt. So let's go ahead and move on to articulation. Alright guys, right out the bat, I just want to say that this figure, right, is $90. This is a $90 figure before shipping. Well, $87 if you want to be technical. Alright, so that being said, it's a beautiful sculpt, right? But it is incredibly, incredibly loose. So if you do want to get one of these in the future, I mean, maybe he'll improve this. I'm going to send him this video and hopefully he watches it because, you know, I'm not trying to dunk on him or anything. I just want to give like positive feedback. I can never sculpt anything like this, but I do want to see improvement, so I'm going to send him this video. The legs, Um, the ankles, the tail, the body, like, is super loose. It is very loose. The head too. I mean, the head's kind of floppy, but the head will hold the pose. So will the body. I mean, it'll hold it. It's freaking loose. I don't know. I don't like the feeling of loose figures, you know? Especially like the ankles, they flop around so much, and the legs are kind of floppy too. So it makes him like he'll stand fine, but he'll just, when you put him on the ground, he just kind of slumps over to the side. So you really have to like finick with it. So there's that. It's pretty loose. The joints are pretty loose all around. I would just like to see that improved in the future. It's definitely not a deal breaker. But you have to remember you are paying $90 for this, and it is a loose figure. So if you're someone that's not willing to put in a little elbow grease to maybe try to tighten up the joints, then I don't know if this is for you. You might want to pass on this, and he may improve the looseness of the joints in the future. I'm not sure. But I just want to get that out of the way before we go further into articulation here, just so everyone is clear about that. This figure is loose as hell. But it doesn't really stop it from standing, so just keep that in mind. But it is $90. There's a lot of factors here. It's also an independent creator, so I don't know what to tell you. It's loose, okay? That's all I gotta say. So let's get to the head, all right? So he shimmies all around, right? Left, right, up, up that much, down that much. Mouth opens, mouth closes. The mouth is a little loose there, but it will somewhat close, right? Head goes left and right too. Shoulders, they go out that much, in that much. They'll go all the way around. I don't want to push it too far and have it pop out, but yeah, they'll go all the way around. It's got elbows. The elbows are about the only good feeling joint on here. So there's the elbow, straightens out that much and goes in that much, no problem. Wrist, twist, and swivel on a ball. You got pivot, and then you got the ab crunch, right? So it'll go forward that much, back that much, tilt, and tilt to the side there, and kind of pivot all the way around. So now we got the legs here, legs out to the side, in, forward, can touch his toes, back, and there you go. A little bit of thigh swivel, just a little there, nothing crazy. So the knees, it does come with a little piece of paper saying to be very careful with the knees. So I'm guessing they are prone to breaking, but I have not had an issue. So I think the knee will bend in that much. Let's check out the other side real quick. Okay, foot fell off. 1 second. That's a good thing about it being loose. You can really probably get in there and try to fix up those ball joints and make them tighter. Okay, so the knee goes that far back and we'll straighten out. Now for the ankles, they're just kind of there. The ankle will go down and up that much, so just a little bit. I would love to see that improved. And then ankle pivot, basically non-existent there. So pretty limited foot movement, and like I said, they're super loose. So yeah, ankle articulation can definitely be improved, but it's fine, but it could definitely be better. It is a smaller figure too, but I don't think that's an excuse. It could be better. So for the tail here, the tail will We'll go to the left that much, to the right that much. We'll go up and it will go down. So there is the articulation for you guys. And overall, I gotta say, I knew what I was getting into. You always take a risk going with third-party companies, but you know what? I got really fast shipping. I think I ordered these probably like 4 or 5 days ago, and they're already here, so I didn't get scammed. That's a plus. The material itself isn't shitty. It feels like really good quality material, so that's a plus. It's using ball joints and actual hinge joints in the elbows and knees, so you don't have to worry about the stupid fucking wire setup. I hate that in the third party figures because it's just loose and depends on friction, so it's just automatically gonna ruin any paint jobs and wear down the material. So that's another plus, like nice joints. The sculpts are fantastic, amazing sculpts, so good. That is a huge plus, right? The only negative is the joints are loose. If that could be fixed, my God, I mean, what can I say? I mean, it would be better than Monster Arts could do, I'm sure. It would be better. And you could still mess with the joints yourself and try to tighten them up with maybe like Kiki Fix It or put like a little piece of paper in all the ball joints, and then you'd probably be good to go. But I don't know. That's for another video or for you to try. I'm just here to tell you how it comes. So those are the positives and negatives here. Let's compare these to some other figures, and then we'll end the video. So most importantly, we have the Godzilla vs. Gigan Godzilla from SH Monster Arts. And this looks amazing. I mean, I can't wait to paint these. I hope Monster Arts does a 67, but I'm okay. Well, no, I'm not okay if they don't. I really want a 67. They need to do one for these to go with these now. So yeah, that has to happen. But anyways, I mean, they look really good with this figure here. They scale really well, and this is what they were made for. So that's perfect. I mean, looks great. We'll take a look at some other figures here. Here they are with the Mafex Spider-Man. We got G.I. Joe Classified Scarlet. And we have the Bandai Godzilla. Fix his jaw. There's the Bandai Godzilla. We got NECA 2014. We got Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And that is it for today, you guys. So I've given you a lot of information. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Are these worth adding? I know these are currently sold out on 154 Creations website, but he did say he's going to make more, so if you do want these, you have that to look forward to in the future, okay? I mean, this was a super limited run of only 5. When he posted that on Instagram, I was shook. I was like, how did I even get one? But here we are. I somehow got them. I guess that's what you get for constantly checking on someone's Instagram. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I will link his website in the description for y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.